working as school assistant at ZPHS Gauripatnam, East Godavari district. I'm very much pleased to meet you all here. Today, in this session, we will be discussing 4th chapter from 8th class, Honeydew, Bipin Choudhury's Lapse of Memory by Satyajit Ray. This is an amusing story of an old man, Bipin Choudhury. As the title suggests, it's all about memory loss and psychological stress. Let's enjoy English language through this story. Before we jump into our lesson, we will have a look at the overview of the session. Overview of this lesson. In this lesson, Bipin Choudhury's Lapse of Memory, we are going to discuss before you read activity. In this, we will discuss what is the storyline of Bipin Choudhury's Lapse of Memory and some reflecting activity questions on lapse of memory. Second, reading text for correct intonation and pronunciation. Third, working with the text in which we are going to discuss the vocabulary, uses and comprehension check activities. Fourth, working with language, which deals with has to, have to and had to uses to emphasize the need of the situation, and a few idioms and their usage also. Now, as you got an idea on the overview, we will look at the learning objectives you are going to achieve after this session. Learning objectives. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify the characters in the story Bipin Choudhury's Lapse of Memory. Recognize the events that happened in the story and discuss the same with your friends. Recall and select the alternatives of words or phrases. Express your personal reflections and real-life experiences. Use a few idioms that you find in this lesson. Choose appropriate verbs to complete the sentences. Now we will move to first part of our session before we read activity. Be ready to enter into the first part of the activity. Bipin Choudhury's Lapse of Memory is all about how Bipin Babu goes crazy with anxiety because he cannot recollect his stay at Ranchi. The main character meets people who tell him an incident which he does not remember at all. This confuses him a lot and thinks he is sick. Here, in this image, we can see Bipin Babu with books and bald head. He is Bipin Choudhury. Actually, he remembers everything except the visit to Ranchi. Thus, it is convincing enough for him that he has some lapse of memory. However, this Satyajit story ends in a humorous twist. When he came to know that his friend Chunilal made a prank on Bipin to take revenge. Prank is nothing but a trick played on someone. So, the picture reflects how stressful Bipin Choudhury is. Now we will reflect on some questions. Have you ever forgotten a part of your day? How would you name it? How would you feel at that state of lapse of memory? How can we deal with it? Some of you might have experienced, some of you might not have experienced. Let us see the possible answers to these questions. Amnesia, blackout, lapse of memory, or forgetfulness, Alzheimer's are some of the phrases used for memory loss. It may drive you crazy, it might make you anxious also. Sometimes there is nothing we can do because we may not have control on it. Simply not to bother about it. But we need to remember that in certain cases we need medical attention. Hope you enjoyed this activity and got an idea on what is lapse of memory. It's not that all the memory is lost, only lapse of memory. Some part of it is lost. Okay, now we will move on to the second part of the lesson. So, working with the text. In the working with the text, we'll start with reading the text. Reading the text. Dear students, you need to read this text with me. Right? Here we go. Every Monday, on his way back from work, Bipin Choudhury would drop in at Kali Charan's in New Market to buy books. Crime stories, ghost stories and thrillers. He had to buy at least 5 at a time to last him through the week. He lived alone, was not a good mixer, had a few friends and didn't like spending time in idle chat. Here, let me add some lines to give more comprehension. Crime stories are just like crime movies, full of crime, deceiving, investigations and punishments. Ghost stories have unbelievable facts and ghosts in their narrating styles. Thrillers have the style of suspense, twist in the story. From the text, we know that Bipin lived alone and he was not a good mixer. So, he spends much of his time reading all these books rather than spending time in idle chat. Today, at Kali Charan's, Bipin Babu had the feeling that someone was observing him from close quarters. He turned round and found himself looking at a round-faced, meek-looking man who now broke into a smile. "I don't suppose you recognize me," said the man. "Have we met before?" asked Bipin Babu. "Hope you all have read with me. Now we will have an activity working with vocabulary. Are you ready? Now we shall look into the vocabulary. He turned round and found himself looking at a round-faced, meek-looking man who now broke into a smile. What do you think meek might mean? Angry or humble? Just recollect the picture. and looked at that person. That person is having a round face with meek looking man. Is he looking angry? No, not at all. So what is the answer? What do you think meek might mean? Humble. Very good. Excellent. Now we shall check your comprehension levels. He had to buy at least 5 at a time for a time period of 1 month, a day, a week, fortnight. So what might be the answer? Yes, you are right. A week is the answer. Good job. Now one more comprehension. Where does Bipin Choudhury go every Monday? And what does he do there? Options are Kalicharan's New Market to buy books, Kalicharan's in New Market to buy groceries. Yeah, obviously you will answer this one. Very good. Kalicharan's in New Market to buy books is the right answer. Well done. Now we will move on to reading the text. Yes, we are at Kalicharan's New Market. It's a bookstore. Bipin Choudhury is there. Right? He had collected books, 5 books. And who is that man? That man might be round-faced, meek-looking man. The man looked greatly surprised. We met every day for a whole week. I arranged for a car to take you to the Choudhury Falls in 1958 in Ranchi. My name is Parimal Ghosh. Ranchi? Now Bipin Babu realized that it was not he, but this man who was making a mistake. Bipin Babu had never been to Ranchi. He had been at the point of going several times but never made it. He smiled and said, "Do you know who I am?" The man raised his eyebrows, bit his tongue and said, "Do I know you? Who doesn't know Bipin Choudhury?" Bipin Babu now turned towards the bookshelves and said, "Still you are making a mistake. One offend us. I have never been to Ranchi." He confirmed. So, poor Parimal Ghosh. He has raised his eyebrows, bit his tongue, but Bipin Babu is nowhere listening to him. Okay? Now comprehension check. What type of books Bipin used to buy? Crime stories, ghost stories, thrillers. The above. What's the answer? Yes, crime stories. Oh, ghost stories also. Thrillers also. Then what is the answer? All the above. So we need to go for option D. Very good. One more comprehension. How would Bipin spend his leisure time? Can you guess? By watching movies, by going to parties, by reading books. You know this answer, right? By reading books is the right answer. Very good. Bipin lives alone and spends much of his time reading books. Congrats! Now vocabulary. What is the synonym for idle chat? We read now that Vipin is not interested in idle chat. What is the synonym for idle chat? Important formal talk. Unnecessary routine conversation. What is the right answer? Unnecessary routine conversation is the right answer. In the picture, you can see two women. They are in idle chat. So, informal idle chat. Okay? So now, working with the text. Now students, we will be discussing the text in the form of dialogues so that you will enjoy this dramatization. Parimal started giving so many evidences to convince Bipin Choudhury. So let us see what Parimal is saying to Bipin Choudhury. What are you saying, Mr. Choudhury? You had a fall in Choudhury and cut your right knee. Can't you recall anything? Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee stayed with his sister and you stayed in a bungalow. No answer from Choudhury. He's not at all responding to him. I'll tell you more. You always carried a bag with your books in it on your sightseeing trips. Am I right or not? Now for this, Bipin Babu asked, which month in 58 are you talking about? October. No sir, I spent puja in 58 with a friend in Kanpur. So finally, again Bipin refused that. He knew Parimal. He did not believe whatever Parimal is saying. Right? Today, at Kalicharan's, Bipin Babu had the feeling that someone was observing from close quarters. He turned round and found himself looking at a round-faced, meek-looking man who now broke into smile. So, in this passage, we have two idioms. One is close quarters, and the second one is broke into a smile. So, if you look into a dictionary, then we are going to get the meaning. Close quarters as very near, whereas break into means to suddenly do something. So here in this picture, we have Bipin in close quarters. Someone is observing him from close quarters. So close quarters means very near. So we will see the uses of these idioms. We love enjoying the cricket match from close quarters. Yeah, it's obvious. The police missed him at close quarters. He might be the thief, right? After receiving a call from her office, she broke into tears. Maybe her maid is scolded. As she got some bad message, she broke into tears suddenly. The thief broke into a run when he saw the police. Okay, now we have an exercise from your textbook. Given below are jumbled sentences. Working in groups, rearrange the words in each sentence to form a correct sentence. So first we have to write the correct sentence and then we need to identify the idiom and then we have to write the meaning also. have air. Answer. The car seemed to have vanished into thin air. What is an idiom? What is the idiom in this one? Vanished into thin air. So disappeared or vanished in a mysterious way. That is the meaning of that. Vanished into thin air. Now, yes. Now we have to arrange this sentence in the right order, and then we have to find out the idiom, and then we need to write the meaning. Okay? Stop and tell me beating about what you want the bush. So what is the correct order sentence? Stop beating about the bush and tell me what you want. So beating about the bush means to avoid coming to the main point and talking. It's nothing but talking all the things except whatever is necessary. And next, don't pay a few attention, you might the wrong time to the announcement board. Now the correct ordered sentence for this is, yes, you are right. If you don't pay attention to the announcement, you might board the wrong train. Very good. Now, in this sentence, what is the idiom? Pay attention. So, pay attention means listen carefully. Now, again we are going into the text, reading text. So here again Parimal goes and Bipin Choudhury. But the man didn't go, nor did he stop talking. Very strange. One evening I had tea with you in a veranda of your bungalow. You spoke about your family. You said you had no children and that you had lost your wife 10 years ago. Your only brother had died insane, which is why you didn't want to visit the mental hospital in Ranchi. When Bipin Babu had paid for the books and was leaving the shop, the man was still looking at him in utter disbelief. Oh, so many intimate informations are given by Parimal Ghosh. But Bipin Babu is not at all ready to accept all those things. Okay, now vocabulary. Working with vocabulary. When Bipin Babu had paid for the books and was leaving the shop, the man was still looking at him in utter disbelief. So what does it mean by disbelief here? What is the synonym for disbelief? Oh, so these are the expressions. Complete surprise or complete enjoyment. What is the right answer? Yes, you are right. Complete surprise is the right answer. See here, Parimal Ghosh is with surprising looks on his face. Why Bipin Babu failed to recognize me? You are a star. Here we are going to do one more comprehension check. Why did the man stare at Bipin Babu in disbelief? Because Bipin failed to recognize him? Or because Bipin has recognized him? Yes, you are right. Because Bipin failed Babu say? He went in October 15th. Spent puja with friend in Kanpur. Spent with a friend at Ranchi. Spent his time with his family. He spent his time with Parimal Ghosh. What is the right answer? Yes, he spent puja with a friend in Kanpur. This is the right answer. Big applause to you. Now one more comprehension check. So, identify the characters of Bipin Choudhury's Lapse of Memory with the help of hints given in the brackets. Bipin Choudhury is an old man who loves to spend by reading books. Parimal Ghosh is a meek looking man. Okay, these are the clues given. Picture 1. Picture 2. Now Bipin Choudhury and Parimal Ghosh. So whose name you are going to associate? The pictures. Yes, you're right. Parimal Ghosh, first picture, and Bipin Choudhury, second picture. Now, working with language, this text we already read. In that text, I have highlighted one line. He had to buy at least 5 at a time to last him through the week. So we are going to analyze this line. He had to buy at least 5 at a time to last him through the week. In this sentence, had to buy is used to show that it was very important or necessary for Bipin Babu to do something. He had no choice. In that sense, we have used here had to. We can also use have to or has to in the same way. I have to complete it by evening. She has to complete it by evening. So here, has and have are used in the present action. So first person, I have, we have. Second person, singular, you have. Plural, you all have. Third person, singular, he, she, it has. Third person, plural, they have. She has to play for trophy. I have to play. Had is used in past actions. Here, the first person, singular I had, plural we had. Second person, you had, plural also, you all had. Third person, he, she, it had. And plural also, they had. Now what is the example given here? They had to rehearsal for today's function. Now we will complete this exercise. Fill in the blanks below using had to, have to or has to. I dash cut my hair every month. Every month. So what is the answer? I have to cut my hair every month. We dash go for swimming lessons last year. Past action. So we had to go for swimming lessons last year. She dash tell the principal the truth. She has to tell the principal the truth. They dash take the baby to the doctor last night. Last night. The first action. So they had to take the baby to the doctor last night. We dash complain to the police about the noise. We have to complain to the police about the noise. Romit Dash finished his homework before he could come out to play. Romit has to finish his homework before he could come out to play. I Dash repaired my cycle yesterday. I had to repair my cycle yesterday because yesterday is already completed action. So we have to write had to in the past form. So great effort. Well done. Now we will see why Bipin's had feel like anything. After having conversation with Parimal Ghosh, Bipin Babu is thinking, it was inconceivable that he should forget such an incident which took place only 6 or 7 years ago. Oh, how could it happen? Was he losing his mind? How? He even seemed to know some intimate details. Who knows intimate details? Parimal Ghosh. Haridas Bagchi had left with his wife for Japan some weeks ago and he didn't have his address. Dinesh would probably conclude he was going nuts. So here, Bipin Babu started worrying about his memory loss. He might be thinking that Parimal Ghosh, whoever revealed the facts or intimate evidences provided, he might be right. And he had a friend, Haridas, but he is not here now. And Dinesh is here, but he would probably conclude he was going nuts. Maybe he will make fun of him. That's why he is hesitating. But after a while, he decided to give a call to Dinesh. Hello, is that Dinesh? This is Bipin here. Well, what's the news? I just want to find out if you recalled an incident which took place in 58. 58? What incident? Were you in Calcutta right through that year? Just let me check my diary. I have got it. I've been out twice. One in February and then you know about this one. This trip to Ranchi. But what's all this sleuthing about? No. I just want to. Anyway, thanks. He abruptly ends the call. Now, look at the vocabulary. Working with vocabulary. Was he losing his mind? What does losing mind refer here? Choose the right option. Becoming mad or crazy? Going nuts? Both? What is the right answer? Oh, becoming mad or crazy? Going nuts also? Then the answer is both. So C is the right answer. Losing his mind is frustrated. Good job. We'll move to next part of the vocabulary. One more vocabulary. He even seemed to know some intimate details. What is the synonym and antonym for intimate? He's asking both synonym as well as antonym. Personal and remote. Impersonal and close. What is the right answer? Yes, personal and remote is the right sleuthing about? Dinesh said to Bipin. Right? Can you guess what does sleuthing about here? Investigating? Preparing? So, what we have to guess? So, Bipin is asking so many questions to Dinesh. Then Dinesh said, what's all this sleuthing about? Then the right answer is investigating. Congratulations. Now, working with the text. Mention any two or more things that Parimal Ghosh knew about Bipin Babu. Choose from the options. You can choose more than one. His only brother had died insane. He had lost his wife 10 years ago. He was with Dinesh Mukherjee. He had no children. What is the right answer? Yes, his only brother had died insane. Oh, this is also right answer. He was with Dinesh Mukherjee. He had lost his wife 10 years ago. He had no children. All the four options given are right answers. In the question itself, they have mentioned you can choose more than one, so we have to choose all the four alternatives here. Now, here you need to recollect some more alternatives from the text. Well done! Now we are moving into assessment part of this session. Are you ready? Here we Assessment. Who arranged a car for Bipin at Ranchi to visit Choudhury Falls? Is it Dinesh Mukherjee or Parimal Ghosh? Who arranged a car for Bipin at Ranchi? What's the right answer? Yes, you are right, Parimal Ghosh. Well done. Why was Bipin not willing to visit mental hospital? Why was Bipin not willing to visit mental hospital? What are the alternatives given? His only brother died insane. His only sister was there. Oh, what is the right answer? Yes, you are right. His only brother died insane. Well done. The third question. What was the reason for Bipin's inability to write a letter to Haridas Bagchi? The reason for Bipin's inability to write a letter to Haridas Bagchi was... What are the alternatives? Because he had left with his wife to Japan. Because he had left with his wife to America. What is the right answer? Yes, you are right. Because he had left with his wife to Japan. Very good. Fill in the blank with suitable verb. Has to, or have to, or had to express the need or necessity in the context. Okay, here the sentence is she dashed to work hard to reach her life goal. Okay, here also either to work hard in by practicing or work hard by reading. What are the alternatives given? Has to, have to. She is singular. Yes, you are right. The right answer is has to. blank with suitable verb has to or have to or had to express the need or necessity in that context. Here the sentence given is he dashed to see the doctor because of high temperature yesterday. Oh, he suffered a lot then. Okay, so yesterday means past tense. So what are the alternatives given here? Had to, has to. Yes, you are right. Had to is the right answer. Well done. How many children Bipin had? He had no children. He had 4 children. Oh, we know he is Bipin. So what is the right answer? Yes, he had no children. Very good. Big applause for you. Now we are entering into the summary of today's session. Now here comes summary and what we have learned. Every Monday, Bipin Babu drops at Kalicharan's to buy books. On such occasion, he met a man named Parimal Ghosh. And Parimal Ghosh claims that he knew Bipin Babu, which Bipin disagrees. This shocks Parimal Ghosh. Bipin later talks to Dinesh Mukherjee. So, we have 3 characters till now, right? Recognized characters in the story and events of the story also. We have discussed some phrases or words like me, disbelief and idle chant. We also discussed about the usage of has to or have to. Had to express necessity or obligation. Okay, now we will move to working beyond the text. Here, working beyond the text, you have to write small passage. What would you do in your leisure time? You can use this leisure schedule or you can write of your choice. Group work. If you met a person with a memory loss or amnesia on your way to school, he or she might be very anxious and unable to recall his or her name. What would you do to help him or her? How could you help him or her? Discuss with your group members and write a paragraph by taking each member's suggestion into consideration. Now, from examination point of view, we have where did Bipin drop by every Monday and why? Why do you think Bipin spends his time reading books? Choose the right alternatives from the given. Fill in the blanks below using had to, have to, has to, which we have completed. Given below are jumbled sentences, working in groups, rearranging the words in each sentence to form correct sentences. Underline the idiom and write down the meaning. Reflect on Bipin Choudhury's experience and write his thoughts after having conversation with Parimal Ghosh. Now, you have to believe in yourself. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Word shared by Marcus Aurelius. That's all for today, students. See you again in the next session.